Monophony dyes her hair blue. Is she now Monica? Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Ascent. Toon Link, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalacars, and it is I, your United States Aviator. It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It is time for another Brent Steele edition of the Danganronpa Hunger Games, and we cannot wait for Season 9 to begin, but we've got to get through pre-season first this week, and then next week is the Agent of Chaos matches, and then it's pre-season over, and Hunger Games Season 9 time to begin. I hope you're ready for it. Today, I've gone through a lot of the team suggestions during the, specifically the link in the description. So if you have more team ideas, go ahead and put them there, because these are a lot of the team ideas who may make it. I've also left some team ideas out because I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna spoil all the teams, but these are some strong competitors for perhaps maybe some teams in the very near future, like the Retainers, Mew and Monophony, both retaining the singles titles, the only two to ever do it. And now we have a team that has retained the tag team titles. Could those two teams go head to head? The Asahinas, we have Hina and Yuta, dominant in their own fashion. We've had the season of the Asahinas. Yuta, you never count that man's out. What would they do if they were working together? And then, as we continue going on, we have the Chunibyu family of Gundam, Sonya, and Fischl. Gundam and Sonya kind of just work together in tag team action a whole bunch. Maybe, but maybe this could happen. Maybe this team could happen, perhaps. The strong Hatties, three very strong hats, Shuichi, Kizakura, and Venti. A day in the spotlight. Three characters who have either been a protagonist or we took control of. The Nagito we took control of. Mikan in Twilight Syndrome Murder we took control of. And then Hero. He had his whole Danganronpa, and he had his whole time. He had his whole time. We love Hero. One hit wonders. Takamichi, Justice Hammer 1, and Ranger. The three you never expected to win. And yet here they are. Could they be a team themselves? True justice. Two folks who love some justice. Naoto and George. And then one man who needs some justice. Kaito. Fire Force. We have Himiko, Himino, and Yukiko. All wielders of flames. Cross-dimensional brothers. A slight hash of the cross-dimensional sisters. Teru and Yosuke. Same last name. Could they be cross-dimensional brothers? Both run or help run their own family operation, and they're both they both love chasing women. Where's my glove? Kurumi and Mai. I'm not going to explain that team. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, spoilers. Watching the world burn. Monokuma, the Inn, and Midori. I don't need to explain that one either. The Bobbers. Three fantastically bobbed hairstyles. Mahiru, Chie, and Leone. Clowning around. Kokichi and Anzu, just some clowns clowning around. A fairy's guide to everything magical. Usami and Paimon. Headphone vibe and a rehash. Masaru, Neku, and Marco. And a team that was suggested that I would... I like the combination of characters, it's just what they stand for, the Komodo Shield. Munakata, Kazuichi, Hajime, members of the Komodo Alliance, coming together to form their own shield. Munakata the powerhouse. We have an architect in Kazuichi, one who knows how to put a team together, and then Hajime is our wild card. And there we have, gosh, the Komodo Shield. Gosh, I hope they don't win. We have a whole bunch of, these are team suggestions. Tell me which one of these team suggestions you actually like the best. Tell me which one of these team suggestions you like the best, because some of these teams will probably make it into the next season. But that also depends on who wins the titles at the beginning of the season and who becomes the Agents of Chaos. But that's a future me problem. A today me problem is just saying, go ahead and make your picks, first, second, and third. Because those comments are like a record of your picks. Records like this one. Records like that one, and just funny comments like that one. I'm gonna make my picks, and I'm gonna tell you which team I like the best here. I'll be frank, when I read Where's My Glove, I lost it. I died. I did die of laughter. I like this team. I really like this team. And it might legit be a thing. So I'm gonna pick Mai for first. I do like Mai a whole bunch too. So I'm gonna go Where's My Glove for first. Give me the Strong Hatties. Venti for second. I don't think Venti's done with tag team action. I think he wants to step into singles action too. Give me Kaito for third. You know, true justice. I kind of like that one too. I keep forgetting about George from Lost Dimension. I do like George a whole bunch. He was one of my favorite characters to read lines for. However, I think it's time we just get things started. You know how we have to do that, ladies and gentlemen? You're not Asmir. You're Chester. Let me tell you about Chester. Me and Chester actually go way back. Hold on. Give me the, because I'm sure it's out of you're the. Give me the other music. Give me the, yeah. I realize that this cat breeds a whole lot of chaos as well. Let me tell you how I met Chester. I met Chester this Monday, Labor Day. Went out to the store, I was like, oh, let me buy cards for some family members' birthdays coming up. And I go to Target, because I love going to Target. And they had a sale. A fantastic sale. And that sale? It was the strangest. It wasn't even a sale, it was a special. It was buy 3 cards. Get stuffed plush either cat or spider for free. Clearly I chose the cat. Cause nobody wants a stuffed spider. But that was a poor decision. There were a bunch of those left and only a couple of these left. And so, I was buying cards and I was like, well, I'm buying at least 3 cards, so I'm taking the free thing. Why would I not take the free thing? This is Chester. He and I now go way back. To Monday. I don't know if you'll ever see Chester again. But he kinda cute. He's very Halloween-y. And speaking of, leave some Halloween-themed events in the comments below. Now, Chester, you're new around here, so I don't think you know too much about the dice gag. It is an abysmal thing that haunts my dreams. Not even my dreams, my most wicked of nightmares. Now, I don't want you going up and growing up to be like Asnir, causing chaos. I know you're a black cat and that causes for bad luck. But don't be like Asnir, okay? Keep things simple. Keep things safe. You can do that, my boy, right? Chester, can you do that? Can you do that for the good people? Oh no. No, where is he? What did Chester do to you? Asmir? He's new around. He's probably got a concussion. 2, 3 concussions! Can we get an F in the chat for Chester? You do hate to see that. Asmir, you play too much. Let's see how many times we're simulating. Just 3. Just 3 times. Not even a classic 5, because today these tag teams, for the first time and maybe the last time, some of these teams will not come about, but we will continue. I can resimulate it once already. In fact, I might resimulate again. But I think it would be the most wise for me to resimulate a 3rd time. And for us to start this action. All of these competitors are fighting not just Not just for first and second, well, that's all they're fighting for. Or not first and second, but you know, spots. They want to get in that season 9 premiere. They want to fight for the champion of champions title. Ibuki's title. Who will win? I don't know, but let's go on. Let's proceed, and we will see at the start of all of this. The bloodbath begins. It's a tag team scrimmage, and the tributes stand on their podiums and the horns they doth sound, so can we please sound the horns? Oh, excellent. Fischl and Ranger recognize each other and both put trust in one another. Mahiru severely slices Anzu with a sword. Anzu. Is this your first time here? I think that's her first time here. So now Mahiru's first time here. Masaru runs away from the cornucopia, as does Teruteru. Monophony grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. You know what? Y'all gotta remember, Monophony, she means business. She doesn't get many opportunities, but when she does, she means business. Yep, that's me, Takamichi. You may be wondering why rather, I just stepped on a landmine. Well, it all started back in the year of the aviator. Wow, Takamichi, I believe that. Oh no. Y'all. I want you to know. I really do want you to know that this is honestly a real reaction. I know that I set this episode up, but I set it up days ago, so I forgot that I did this. I hate past me. Daddy runs away from the cornucopia. Someone has to kill this man's. Someone has to kill this man's. As soon as possible. Himiko takes a hit. He's gonna win. He's gonna win. He's gonna win. It's a rush of emotions I'm having right now. Himiko takes a handful of throwing knives. Naoto finds a model cornucopia inside of the cornucopia. Justice Hammer 1 runs away. Neku strangles Munakata with a rope. You get rid of the Komodo shield. Paimon falls into a frozen lake and perishes. Drowns, in fact. Well, you know what? Someone will fish her out. Someone will fish her out. Kaito runs away from the cornucopia. Leone couldn't make it to today's Hunger Games. She had a doctor's appointment. Oh, Leone. You gotta stay healthy. Mew decapitates Venti with a sword. My picks not doing too well so far. Sonya was spacing out during the dice roll and wonders if it landed on a 1. It didn't. It landed on 3 times then. Mikan, Shuichi, and Yuta arrive to the games as a group but are penalized 50 luck as a result. Yosuke begs for one of Hiro's weapons. Hiro feels bad and reluctantly actually gives it to Yosuke. Hiro, good guy Hiro. Kokichi forces Usami to start singing Please Give Me Wings. Gundam finds a bow and arrow. Some quivers. No, a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Kazuichi grabs a backpack. Let's go. Jump in. Vamonos. But it's empty. Alright, school started for most of you by now. I hope you've had a good start to the school year. Cheers to the school year. As Marco runs away from the cornucopia, as does Nagito. The End and Monokuma make a secret pact to work together. I sure hope so because you're on the same team! Kurumi pushes Yukiko off of a cliff during a knife fight. Chie opens a pack of gum as she enters the arena. George, Himino, and Kizakura suddenly appear from nowhere and ask for a piece. Hina runs away from the cornucopia. Hajime runs into the cornucopia and hides, and Mai finds an invitation. Mai, let's go! I knew you were the right pick today. I knew you were the right pick because she's found an invitation to the World Pancake Championship Invitational. Could today, or that day, be her day? Could she be World Pancake Champ? I don't know, but she's still alive and she could still win. Let's proceed to see if that happens as Nagito rests in a fruit tree. Mew puts on a pair of stutter shades and sounded like there was a car alarm. Her aesthetic level was so high that it caused car alarms all over the world to go off, making Hina and Masaru both very envious. Chie does a super sick kickflip but fails landing and falls flat on her face. Shuichi cleans his kitchen with the new kitchen gun, gosh darn it. Kokichi smells a rat. Himiko hangs up mistletoe in the arena. Himiko, we gotta talk. It's not that time. It is spooky time. It is almost spooky month, and you're hanging up mistletoe? That's a crime. A crime against all spooks. Daddy. Goes Nya to annoy the end. Justice Hammer 1 and Kaito trade talents. Hiro finds a bow tie and puts it on because, well, bow ties are cool. Hajime doesn't believe in palindromes because they don't exist. Monofini signs a petition to change American Meatball to football. Someone get that woman's out of here. Marco goes way back with me. Of course we go way back. Himino stabs Mikon with a sword, then revives her with her wish ring, repeats the process until the wish ring burns their hand. Mikon actually runs off. She's okay. But Sonya's not, as Monokuma kills her as she tries to run. Neku severely injures Teru and leaves him there to perish, to fester. Kurumi questions Fischl's sanity. Fair. Fair. Yosuke and Mahiru look for more people to become friends with. Kizakura comes before George in this event. How dare you? How dare you? Naoto finds Shuichi's hat and puts it on. You know what? That's not actually a bad look for Naoto. Not a bad look. Ranger encounters a fruitback, takes a liking to him, joins his side. Gundam sets up an ice cream stand. Mai joins Gundam as his faithful assistant. Can you trust her though? Yuta goes hunting, and Usami sets off an explosive, killing Kazuichi. Get the shield out of here. Get the Komodo shield away. As we proceed, we lost quite a few actually. We lost 10. The perfect 10. And so, I must say to you, it is indeed time for a Claire de Lune 4. Anzu, Takamichi, Munakata, Paimon, Leone, Venti, Yukiko, Sonya, Teru, Kazuichi. And as we see everybody's statuses, I have no idea how many people are actually in this game. We have 32 left, actually. That is a ton. Way more than I expected. We had a big game. We had 42 people. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts and crazy. But you know what's crazier? It would be interesting if this game, the winners of this game rather, are guaranteed to be a team next season. I'm not gonna make that a thing because that would convolute a couple of things, like if one team did a thing and then another thing happened and another team became champions. That's here nor there. We gotta go ahead and proceed though. We gotta keep going. We saw 32 competitors. The retainers, the Asahinas completely in. Gundam and Fischl remain. The strong Hatties still have Shuichi and Kizakura a day in the spotlight completely in. Justice Hammer 1 and Ranger both still in. True Justice completely in. Fire Force has just lost Yukiko. Teru remains dead, but Yosuke remains alive. Where's my glove? Completely in, and I love it. Watching the world burn is watching the world burn. The Bobbers lost Leone. Clowning around lost Anzu. Barry's Guide lost Paimon. Headphone vibing completely in, and the Shield only has their wild card. We'll proceed now to night 1, and we see that Shuichi buys a plush of Himiko and cuddles with it. Daddy hums quietly hums. Kokichi battles Mikon in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Kokichi loses, has a sad feeling in his chest. Neku hates the end so strongly he created a whole squad against the end. Shocking. Marco finds a dark Deva in the arena and befriends it. Did you know that a group of Komodos is called a bank? Well, Hina pissed off a bank of Komodos and got killed for her actions. Is this Hajime's doing? Is this the Komodo shields? Mahiru passes out from exhaustion. Hiro climbs into an exisal. Yosuke loads his gun with a physical form of murderous intent. Usami cooks her food before putting out her fire. Justice Hammer 1 is caught simping for Kizakura, but George was already simping for Kizakura and kills Justice Hammer 1 out of spite. Justice Hammer will not get another championship opportunity, not today. Ranger receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Apartment complex? Really? Masaru finds it quite simple. Monofini dyes her hair blue. Is she now Monica? Any chance Nagito and Naoto friendship is destroyed when they're forced to fight over the last slice of pizza? Who wins that fight? Probably Nagito with his BS luck, but Gundam wants to buy Chie's gamer girl bathwater. Chie probably destroys Gundam for acting like a degenerate male. That's, I can see Chie destroying someone for that. I would think that Yosuke would be the one to buy it, not Gundam, but you know what it is, as Hajime and Fischl invade Kurumi's shelter, but fall victim to the booby traps that she had in place. Kurumi lets go, the Komodo shield is out of here. Mew tries to enter the secret underground casino located in the arena, but gets turned away by the bouncer Mai, and Himino discuss if that big stone is a boulder or a rock, and Yuta walks into a portal, turns it on, his molecules get all rearranged, he gets ghost powers. He's gotten ghost powers before, can he do something better with it? Kaito was bitten by a black mamba, but Monokuma has some anti-venom and is able to save Kaito's life! That's absolutely glorious! He's probably saving him so that Kaito can still lose and he can feast off of our despair as we proceed. We see Day 2 begins with the end starting a cult. Mahiru, Monofini, Kizakura, and Ranger happily join. That's an interesting but surprisingly strong cult. Naoto wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Karumi wants Avi to give Donuts a chance. I love Donuts. Yuta tries to overthrow Avi. You might have the power of the Asahinas, but I'll hit you with one swift elbow, and you will be out. Yuta fails miserably but survives thanks to Himino. Yosuke reminisces about season 3. Avi, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like Hiro? You know what? I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna rank him pretty high. I like Hiro. I really do. Naku overhears Masaru and Kokichi talking in the distance. Mai plays chess with death and wins. Shuichi, Kaito, and Usami hold an intervention for Avi's addiction. Kaito, you couldn't have not done that. That would have been not doing that would have been the better thing to do. Because I gotta promptly execute all 3 of you for trying to do the darkest deed of them all and take my pancakes. You hate to see that. Marco wants Avi to give Waffles a chance. Marco. That's almost just as bad as what they have done. Monokuma sleeps the entire day away from everyone else. Himiko decides to lend Avi a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. She's a hero, I say. George is confused why there's a pink Home Depot in the arena. Mew is not funny. She's never been funny and she never will be funny. Mikon steals from Daddy while she isn't looking, and Chie finds the remains of a Viking ship, and Nagito tries to spearfish with a trident. We lost 8 more. That brings us down to 24, I believe, as we hit a Claire de Lune 4. Hina, Justice Hammer 1, Gundam, Hajime, Fischl, Shuichi, Kaito, Usami. And I believe that's a standard sized game, including Mew and Monofini. The retainers are still going strong. The Asahinas still have Yuta. The strong Hatties still have Kizakura. A Day in the Spotlight completely in. One Hit Wonders has Ranger. True Justice with Naoto and George. Fire Force still has Himiko and Himino, former tag team partners already. Cross Dimensional Brothers still have Yosuke. Where's My Glove has Karumi and Mai. Watching the World Burn. Monokuma, the end, and Midori all completely in. The Bobbers still have Mahiru and Chie. Unfortunately, Leone, that doctor's appointment, she couldn't make it. Clowning Around still has Kokichi. And Headphone Vibing still completely in, and those are the teams that are completely in. We've lost 3 complete teams. But we still have a classic-sized game to go. No feast, no arena event, but a proceed at the bottom of the screen, so I think I just gotta click it. I think it's time to click it. Let's click it. And we see that Night 2 begins with Naoto using all of her mana coins to buy out Avi's wares and despairs for the day. You love to see that. Himiko loves Yuta as much as Maki loves Kaito. That's a true bond. Kokichi fends George, Masaru, and Mai away from his fire. Marco, Kizakura, Mew, and Daddy form a suicide pact, killing themselves. They have all perished. Just like that. Some teams, I think 4 teams, are down a member now. To build each other's trust, in fact, I think that's the end of this team, the Strong Hatties. To build each other's trust, Nagito and Neku decide to do trust falls in the very first instance. Nagito steps aside and lets Neku fall to the ground. You don't mess with Neku, he's not good with people, you're just breaking trust already. Chie gets a hold of my soundboard and she's playing Samurai Woman? I think she would see the name of that track and she'd be like, yeah, play Samurai Woman. I respect it. I'll allow it. Ranger spends the night setting traps to keep Himino and Mikon out of his camp. Karumi hits sweet chin music on Mahiru, but she lives. Hiro throws what he thinks is a Molotov at the end. Turns out the Molotov is just a rag, it's not even on fire. You ever just want to go feral? Monofini did, and she took out her own father. She took out Daddy took out himself, but Monofini took out her daddy. He's dead because of it. And where in the world is Yosuke? We'll figure it out as we click proceed and we see it's day 3. Mikan puts on a pair of radical shades, says a one-liner, and then puts on a second pair of radical shades on top of the first pair. Her coolness levels are so high, so high! How high? So high that Nagito dies from the exposure. Kokichi questions his sanity. Himiko throws sand into the eyes of Monofini and runs off. The end spends a date ticket on Chie. Naoto hands Ranger and Masu an invitation to her birthday party. They both tear up the invitation before her eyes. How could you? How could you? Hiro shoots a poisonous dart into his oh no, his neck, slowly killing him. You couldn't have, like, dodged it, Neku. You couldn't have, like, pulled down your headphone, made sure it goes, nope, right into your neck. Mahiru does a super sick kickflip, sick! Yosuke ambushes Himino, kills her. Kurumi receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a giant stuffed bear. George asks Mai, do you think I'm some sort of clown? Mai shrugs and says, maybe. Yuta hunts for other tributes, and we lost another 8. We're losing 8 after 8 after 8, except for the 10 that we lost the first time. We are now down to 16. And after this, Claire de Lune 4, Marco, Kizakura, Mew, Daddy, Monokuma, Nagito, Neku, Himino. See everybody's status. We still have Monofini for the retainers, the Asahinas with Yuta, A Day in the Spotlight with Mikan and Hiro, One Hit Wonders with Ranger, True Justice with Naoto and George, Fire Force with Himiko, Cross-Dimensional Brothers with Yosuke, Where's My Glove? Completely in, Watching the World Burn with Just the End. Could he be the end of their team? I don't know. The Bobbers with Mahiru and Chie, Clowning Around with just Kokichi, Headphone Vibing with just Masaru. And those are your final 16. I'm pretty sure. Yes, your final 16. Always gotta check every once in a while. Who's gonna win this one? I don't know. But autumn's about to creep into the arena. The leaves are about to start changing colors and falling. And I'm gonna make everyone rake them up. Let's go ahead. Now let's proceed. We still have 16 left. 6 more until your saving grace picks. 15 more until we get a winner. Will we get that this time? It could happen. We haven't had the feast, we haven't had an arena event, but we do have night 3, and Chie goes to the dog shelter and lets all the dogs out. So it was you! You let the dogs out! Take that! Mahiru goes to the Love Hotel with Kurumi, but somehow ends up waking up next to Masaru? That's an issue. Yuta accidentally burns down Avi's wares and despairs. I'll let it slide because it was an accident. I have Asahina insurance, so it was pretty clear that I should get it. They're a wild card. I should never count out against the Asahinas. If you see Asahina, you get it. Saw Asahina insurance, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that real quick. I'm gonna get that. Himiko dyes her hair black. Huh. I'm not sure how that would look on Himiko. Interesting. Mikan wants AV to give Sayaka a chance. Anyway, the End is disqualified for the games for committing tax evasion. The End. What are you doing? Tax evasion? That's a serious crime. Mai, Monofini, and Yosuke sit around the campfire and sing the campfire song. Hiro receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Kokichi gets a hold of. Everyone really wants to hear some Samurai Woman! And so do I, so I'll allow it! George gets distracted, Ranger attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful, and Naoto tries to sing herself to sleep. We proceed and we see it is time for the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, memoirs from the tribute's families. Chie steals Mai's memoirs. You'll love to see that. You don't love to see that, because Mai's I think my last remaining pick. George and Yosuke get into a fight over raw meat, but Yosuke gives up and runs off. Yuta catches Monofini off guard and kills her. Undisputed, he said, not today. I've held the titles at the same time. I'm the real champ. Masaru, Kurumi, Naoto, and Ranger track down and kill Mahiru, the big stick. Will not see action today. Mikan grabs some rations, Kokichi pushes Hiro off of a cliff during a knife fight, and Himiko is killed by the elusive Player 1. Who was that? Who could that be? I don't know. Player Space 1. It's a terrifying entity. Yosuke uses a shoulder charge to shoulder charge right into a tree, knocking it over, crushing Mikan and Ranger as they walk past. That's 2 more gone, but make that 3. Because Chie uses a slash kill on the detective Naoto. Goodness gracious. Kurumi isn't crying, she's sweating from her eyes. Masaru is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Yuta tries to sleep the entire day. George falls into a pit but somehow lives. Mai is making Kokichi angry. Mai's not gonna like Kokichi. But he's angry. We lost 8 more! 8! That's a constant here. And that leaves us with our final 8. When we lose another 8, we'll have 0 people left. Hopefully we don't lose 8 more. Because I wouldn't know what to do. But is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. The last Claire de Lune 4. The end. Monophony. Mahiru. Hiro. Himiko. Mikan. Ranger. Naoto. And so we'll see everybody's statuses. Yuta could very well end up in another premiere. And you know how Yuta is with premieres, you guys. You know. You know? If he's in that premiere... If he's in that premiere... Y'all. Yuta has started the past 3 seasons with either him winning the singles title or his team winning the tag team title for him. So Yuta is a very dangerous man. But that's besides the point. It's your final 8. It's time to make some saving grace picks. It's your final 8 and they consist of Yuta for the Asahinas. True Justice sees George still standing. The cross-dimensional brothers sees Yosuke still alive and well, surprisingly. Where's My Glove still has Kurumi and Mai. The Bobbers still have Chie. Clowning Around still has Kokichi. And Masaru remains for headphone vibing. Make your picks. First, second, and third. You know how you made them last time? When I told you at the beginning, if you didn't, shame on you. Shame on you. But if you did, go into the comments, edit your comment, like your comment, reply to your comment. Like and subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel. Helps everything keep on moving and everything keep on grooving. But go ahead and make those picks. First, second, and third. I know you need some new ones. I'm gonna make some too. I got Mai for first. She's come this far. She has no kills though. In fact, she might be the only person left without any kills. She is the only person left without any kills. Still gonna pick her for first. Give me Yosuke for second, and give me True Justice, George Justice for third. I got him. Those are my top 3. I picked 0 Danganronpa characters. However, I think there's, what, 3 Danganronpa characters left? Odds are that the 2 people who go on to that premiere will not be Danganronpa characters. Could it happen? It could. It's a possibility. But I will say that none of these 3 Danganronpa characters are in the singles premiere yet. So it's just as much their opportunity as it is the others. But I will say that your final 8 are Yuta, Yosuke, George, Mai, Chie, Kokichi, Masaru, and Kurumi. Kurumi's there. There's 4. It's actually 4 and 4. Did not see Kurumi. See, she's so like grayscale herself. I was like, oh, that person's out of here. That person's out. It's 4 and 4. The odds are actually in anyone's favor now because their hearts are all beating with the same pace, the same thriving beat as that of a samurai woman. Let's go ahead. Let's keep on keeping on. It's your final 8. Who will win? Let's proceed, and we will see it. Night 4. Yuta's reflection distorts to show him his true self. Is he pleased with what he sees? Kokichi is not pleased with what he sees, and George Jackman? Is it George Jackman? Is that right? I'd be shocked if I remembered his last name right. He stabs him with a tree branch though. Kokichi's like, I'm ready to have my time in the spotlight again. Chie enjoyed some mozzarella sticks with Mai. Masaru berates Kurumi for not protecting him better. An apartment complex. Yosuke finds it pretty simple too. We'll proceed and we will see that Masaru severely slices my girl Mai with a sword. Mai, oh my. Kokichi's been the date ticket with Kurumi. Yuta receives a gift from a secret admirer. Oh god, that's repulsive. And Chie has had enough with Yosuke and bashes his head against a rock several times. We are now at your final 5 as we proceed, unless there's an arena event. No, there's not. Okay. We lost 3 more. It's your final 5, and after this, terrible turnabout, in fact, for George, Mai, Yosuke. We see everyone's statuses. That leaves us with Yuta, the man who you should all fear if he wins. Kurumi, for where's my glove? Trying to carry on for the now deceased Mai. Chie wants some glory today for the Bobbers. Clowning around with Kokichi. Anzu went out first. It would be poetic if Kokichi won it all for her. And lastly, headphone vibing. Masaru never won a game before. Could today be his day? I don't know. Is it his fate? That's a good question. But they're all caught in a little crises. Yuta's caught in a crisis. Kurumi's caught in a crisis. Chie's caught in a crisis. Kokichi's caught in a crisis. And Masaru's caught in a crisis of fate. Are you ready? Let's go ahead. Let's proceed. It is time. For night 5, Kurumi latches onto Chie's back and blows herself up to protect Kokichi. The attack works, and Chie is blown to smithereens. I believe that means Kurumi's also blown to smithereens. Masaru uses all of his mana coins to buy out AV's wares and despairs for the day, and Yuta tries to enter the secret underground casino in the arena but gets turned away by the bouncer. Things are about to go down. I believe we're at your final 3. Unless Kurumi somehow survived that explosion, she sure enough didn't. As Masaru decides to lend me a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. Please do it for us, Masaru. Kokichi receives a medical splash from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Who could that be? And Yuta signs a petition to change American Yeetball to football Yuta. You think just because you're undisputed you can do something so vile, so sinister? Disgusting. Who will go on? Who will be the top 2? We'll proceed. We lost 2. You hate to see them go. It is indeed a terrible turnabout for Kurumi, Chie. Alright. Well, it's Yuta, Kokichi, and Masaru. Masaru's hanging out with 2 very dominant players. Masaru is here with 2 players who have held the singles titles and the tag team titles. And Masaru's just here. Has not won a title. Has not won a game. Can he stand up to Season of the Asahinas Yuta, who wants every season to be the season of the Asahinas? Can he stand against Kokichi, the first champ? Kokichi, the former tag champ? Can he stand against those 2 powerhouses? I don't know, but it's still technically a crisis of fate. Could this be a storybook ending for Masaru? Could it be some time to come back to the spotlight for Kokichi? Could it be just an endless cycle of Yuta winning in the premieres? The next person who gets out will not be making it to the season 9 premiere, at least not this episode. But it's gonna be none of them right now. Everyone's still alive as Masaru is unable to start a fire and suits without warmth. Yuta locks Kokichi in a coffin and buries him alive, but Kokichi manages to escape. We see Masaru drives up to McDonald's, wants to get ice cream. Fortunately, it's working, and he's got ice cream. How lucky! Kokichi confesses how much he has come to hate Yuta. Yuta runs away crying. They're all still alive. We have to keep going. We have to proceed. You thought it was Masaru, but it was me, Dio! Kokichi dies trying to escape the arena, and Yuta accidentally burns down Avi's wares and despairs again? Boy, this is twice! How do you accidentally do that? Twice? My insurance might not cover it that time. Yuta, we're about to have a talk after this. This is about to end. Kokichi just missed out. Masaru and Yuta will go on to that premiere, so y'all better watch out for Yuta in that premiere because y'all know how Yuta acts in premieres. I have to ask you, between Masaru and Yuta, who will it be? Masaru, Yuta. Yuta, one of the most decorated characters in this entire series. Two-time tag team champion. Two-time singles champion. Has won a slew of games, has earned you guys a slew of secret achievements, and does not seem to be done today. But today he stands against a determined Masaru. A Masaru who was one of the least decorated characters in this series, without a single win to his name. Masaru or Yuta? Yuta, the triumphant, or Masaru, the determined? With one click, we will see that between Yuta and Masaru, between triumph and determination, the outcome is clear. Masaru finds a water gun and fills it up with holy water and fires it at Yuta. Surprisingly, Yuta screams in pain, perhaps when Chisa took over his mind. The chaos never left him, and he disappears. This is it. For the first time, not the first time in a long time, the first time ever, after this terrible turnabout for Kokichi, Yuta. You can't be mad at it. I'm sure a lot of you were like, Masaru, do it. Between determination and past triumph, one kid stood tall, and that means for the first time, your winner. Representing headphone vibin'. Perhaps it was the new combination that gave him the goal to come out on top, the strength to carry on, the determination to stand against the undisputed, undeniable, untoppable, undefeatable Yuta. Your winner is Masaru from Headphone Vibe. I'm happy with that. Congratulations, Masaru. It's been a long time coming. Slowly but surely, all of the Warriors of Hope. The Warriors of Hope seem to like to get wins in preseason. I've kind of noticed that. Like, Kotoko, who is the preseason princess. Masaru must have gotten some tips from her because he's finally taken a big win. He will be joining Yuta in that. In fact, let's keep going. We'll get there in a second. We'll proceed. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Masaru with 3 KOs took out the untoppable Yuta. Unfortunately, couldn't take him out earlier, so Yuta will be joining that premiere. And you know how Yuta does in premieres, but now we know that someone can beat him. And that someone is Masaru. Can he do it again in the premiere? Kokichi took 3rd, Chie in 4th, Kurumi in 5th, Yosuke in 6th, Mai in 7th. She was so close. She was so close. George in 8th, Naoto in 9th, and Ranger, never forget, rounding off your top 10. Ranger almost had it again. Congratulations to them. And as we keep going down, I'll go ahead and mention, right here, right now, poor Anzu in last. Kokichi almost won it for her too. Remember that joining the champion Ibuki, we have Sakura, Chiaki, Chisa, Teru, Hajime, Gundam, Nekamaru, Celeste, Maki, Rantaro, Kazuichi, along with Chihiro, Daisaku, Yui, and Barbara from last week. And starting off this week, we also see Masaru and Yuta join them in the Season 9 premiere. Who else will get there? We still have more spaces to fill as we proceed. It started off with Mahiru taking out Anzu, but it all ended up with Masaru claiming his first win, shooting holy water at the unholy Yuta, taking him out, making him disappear, headphone vibing, and Masaru won this match. They are the #1 team right above the Asahinas. The undefeatable Asahinas have been defeated by headphone vibing and clowning around. Hey, they got 3rd. Poor Anzu, but at least she got carried to 3rd place. Kurumi with 6 KOs, Chie with 3, Masaru with 3, Yosuke with 3, Kokichi, Neku both with 2. Everyone else with 1 or less. We will go back to the reaping. What a match. Congratulations to the mixed up headphone vibing. Yosuke left them for the cross-dimensional brothers, but apparently he should have stayed with them because look, maybe it was the power of Neku, maybe some psychs helped Masaru keep his head together and come back on top, but you know what? You'll have to see it. Congratulations once again to Masaru. Could this be the new headphone vibin? Maybe. Could any of these teams, could we see some of these teams in Season 9? Maybe. Remember to tell me. Which of these is your favorite team? Remember also, if you have more team ideas, maybe something that spawned because of this episode, go into the link in the description. Always there, the tag team suggestion box. Get in there and leave them. Or you can leave them on the Discord. I see them there too. Stay classy. Year of the Ascent. Toon Link Dave, Anomaly the Anomalous Cars, and your United States Aviator taking off. Toodaloo. Flight crew. Thanks for watching.